Hello and welcome to Patched. I'm your host Paul James, and in this week's episode I'm joined by Jay Parnas, who's doing some last minute research for the Player 2 draft, courtesy of just a few rough years in a row. The Player 2
a few rough years in a row.
Yeah, you lost back-to-back years.
Tell them again.
The Player 2 draft is simple. Schoolyard pick style. We each pick 10 games, one after the other, with the goal of achieving the top score for the year. Scores come from Metacritic, the best reviewed skew of a given game. I take that score, and at the end of the year, we tally it all up, and each person gets a total. We have 3 backups, reserves, wildcards. They are there to replace a game in the event that it scores poorly or it doesn't release that year. So the wildcards are just as important as the core selections, because who knows what's going to happen over the course of the year. Delays happen, and mediocrity happens. Mass Effect Andromeda.
Boy, was that a shit show.
Recapping the last couple of years, 2016, while Jay does his research, 2016, the scores ended up being a total of 846 to myself, 748 to Jay. A winner.
Yeah, good work.
And that was even with a cheapie thrown in, because you picked Megasphere that year, which only had one review. I gave you 90. I you 90 points. It got a 90. I gave you the 90 points, and you still lost by 80. That's how many zeros you had.
Look, I prepared on the train ride that morning. I'd had no sleep. It was a rough.
2017, so our most recent year.
I'd like to point out that I picked Doom on the back of its multiplayer beta, and that game smashed it.
And an 87 that you got. 2017, the final scores 868 to myself. Jay certainly improved quite a lot the following year, but I held on to win by 42 points. He finished on 826, and now we throw to 2018. You wanted to throw something at me. You said you had a surprise up your sleeve.
Yes. So the surprise is what I'm calling the golden bullet, which So basically, we pick a game that is currently unannounced, regardless of how likely it is.
I'm trying to think already.
And if it is announced and released in this calendar year, you get 15% of its review score added to your total. So with everything going right, you might crack the mystical 1,000. You won't.
No,
but
you won't. Jeez, that'd be one hell of a year. The best year in gaming ever if we score 1,000 or crack it. All right. Yeah, right. 15% will do.
All right.
The last couple of years, Jay has started second because potluck's worked against him.
Yeah.
I've thrown him a bone, and this year he's going to start first. So let's kick off the draft. Actually, let's very quickly recap the scores from last year. My selections were, with the scores, Zelda Breath of the Wild scored 97, Red Dead Redemption 2, which did not release, Super Mario Odyssey 97, Persona 5 93. This is why I killed you. I had 3 in the 90s.
Yeah, I didn't even get any that cracked the 90s. So
South Park: The Fractured But Whole 84, Resident Evil 7 86, Injustice 2 89. So I nearly had another 90 there. Halo Wars 2 79, Star Wars Battlefront 2 68, but it got replaced. Sea of Thieves did not release. For Honor 79, Tales of Berseria 80, Prey 84, and on Jay's side, his top scoring game for the year was Horizon Zero Dawn 89, Mass Effect Andromeda 76, Nier Automata 88, Uncharted Lost Legacy 85, Yooka-Laylee 73, Ghost Recon Wildlands 76, Yakuza 0 85, Neo 88, GT Sport 75, Ni no Kuni 2 didn't release, and his wildcards were Matterfall 74, Tekken 7 81, Splatoon 2 83, and that led to the totals that I outlined before.
I'd like to point out that
games that were selected the previous year and didn't release are totally eligible.
I'd just like to point out that when I picked Matterfall, I did actually intend.
He meant Next Machina, and that would have added another 14 points to the mix. So
yeah. So that was a real shit show on my behalf.
So yes, to stress the draft, like any game selected in the previous year is eligible for selection again. So that means that the games that missed out last year, Ni no Kuni 2, Sea of Thieves, and Red Dead Redemption 2 are all eligible for selection this year. Jay, you've got first pick in the draft. What have you got for me?
It's got to be Red Dead 2, surely.
Yeah, I figured. I wasn't going to luck out in second place like I did in the.
Though, to be fair,
Jason Imms.
To be fair,
if that is your real name.
Yeah, bro. What? Battlegrounds? Come on, son. look, let's be real. Last year, picking some of yours from the previous year actually threw me under the bus. Things like Horizon didn't crack 90. Fucking Mass Effect, like, didn't crack 80. Like, one of the buggiest messes in gaming.
Yeah.
And you know what? If I had picked Cuphead, which I had the year before, she would have been sweet.
Yeah, we didn't pick Cuphead at all.
No,
we just had
because we didn't think it was going to come out.
Like, we were so cynical and jaded at that point.
I still barely think that game's going to come out, and it's already out.
So I'll follow your pick with God of War.
Yeah, I figured you might.
I didn't think I would. I'm certainly rushing things a little bit more this year. I'm quite unprepared to the point where, prior to podcasting, I didn't even have the scores from last year locked in. So I'm winging it a little bit more this year. I'm seeing what it's like to be in Jay's shoes.
That's a bit rough. I did prepare pretty well last year.
So I'm just taunting about the year before. The scores are 2 and 0. So this is round 2 of the draft now.
Get fucked. I'm going to go with Monster Hunter World. My second pick.
Alright.
You relieved? Is there something you think I've missed?
No, sorry, it was me processing everything and trying to get it all written down.
Okay.
I'm going with Spider-Man. Insomniac Spider-Man.
Okay.
Oh, not Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Who's Spider-Man?
Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Does whatever a
Spider-Man does.
Well played. That was good. I'm going to go with Ni no Kuni 2.
We're motoring through this draft already. We've spent a lot more time taunting in the past. So let's do that. Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom.
That's because...
No, I'm not even going to taunt you for it. I've come around on that game. And I reckon you're basing part of it on that.
What do you mean?
Like, as me, as someone who was big on the original Ni no Kuni, loved it for the familiars, was initially kind of pissy that they got rid of them.
Oh, and then you're playing it? No.
And then I ended up playing it and changed my tone completely. So
I picked it in last year's draft. It's got nothing to do with you. No offense.
Like, you've now talking to someone who's had hands-on with it and going, oh, well...
Look...
So the cynics, and I was for a period there...
I guess. Look, it definitely assists me to be confident with it, but that's not what I'm basing it on. Not at all.
So my next selection, and I'm looking through a big list here because I'm having to work it out at the same time.
Basically, he's using the writer's draft
and all
as
the 60 games that we selected that I can just look at the pool. There's a bunch of them that they selected and I'm like, you're kidding yourselves, they're not coming out this year. But, and sorry, quick taunt, Jen, The Last of Us Part 2, really? Come on. It's not coming out in 2018.
Do you want me to hit him for you? I can.
That's alright, she'll scream and I'll hear it.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with a selection, another JRPG as well.
Oh yeah?
One that I wholly believe, because of its target demographic, will score well.
Far Cry 5?
Target demographic, a JRPG. I'm going with Dragon Quest XI.
Oh yeah?
I can't remember the subtitle for it, but I'll punch that into some other point.
Is it in English yet?
Yeah.
The
subtitle's in English.
Okay.
I don't even know if it's going to actually release out here. They still haven't technically confirmed it for the West, but believe. Jay, your 4th round pick. Crickets.
Metro Exodus.
Oh, yeah, okay. If you speak to Matt Hewson, that is going to be the best game of 2018.
Please have my back, Matt. Please. Please be right. Was that his first draft pick?
That was his first draft pick. So he picked 7th in the draft, and that was what he went for first. Monster Hunter, one of your selections, was picked before that by Stephen.
Smart man.
I'm not going to go with an sorry, when are we making this unannounced title game? At the end, once we've done everything?
Number 15. Oh, 14.
14, okay.
Unless you want to have 4 subs.
No, I don't want anything like that.
You sure?
I just wasn't sure.
I could use the extra sub if in the last couple of years. Do you want to make it an even 15? How about that?
No.
Please.
No.
Help.
We can't be having that many games.
I've got a list.
It starts getting real out of hand.
I like things that are out of hand.
I'm going to play it a little bit safe with this next round. It's one that I picked in the Riders draft as well. NBA 2K19. Oh wait, did we? Yeah, no, we said that's right.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. So I think that does remind me actually. So with this this Golden Bullet, I think we exclude annual releases.
No annual releases in the bullet.
Which Paul's familiarity with this, we did have a previous take on this where I did actually drop it on you the first time.
And then I realised that we had audio problems and I faked that I had no idea what was going on. But...
So believable. Alright, it's my turn.
Yep.
What number?
This is your 5th pick.
I think I'll take Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Well, we're going to have a fair idea of how you're going fairly early on in the year. By the end of, by the time this airs, roughly.
It's the same story as last year. And I got off to a pretty good start last year. Right up until Mass Effect.
Because nostalgia is a big thing in this business, I'm locking in Shadow of the Colossus.
It's a remake.
It's a remake, not a remaster.
It's the same game.
Hey?
Does that count? Does that fly?
It's like, it could be rife with bugs because it's not the same game. It can be like all these different sort of things. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, that were the rules made for the Riders one. And,
I don't know about that.
In the past, I believe.
I don't know about that.
Except that we've not had any formal remakes.
Okay, can I pick Dark Souls HD?
But that's a remaster. And the remaster is the same one, just like... They're not remaking it.
But I don't know. I think calling Shadow of the Colossus a remake is...
But it is remade. Like, it's not...
Are they changing
none of
the game?
It's the same.
Is it a reimagining or is it a remake?
It's a remake. So
a remake
it follows the same story beats, but they're I presume the same colossi, but like it's all new assets. It's all like the environments are all new. So they could be horrible. They could be rendered poorly.
Oh, I don't know.
It's not even the same studio that's doing it.
Okay, I'm going to put out now that I think that's kind of bullshit.
All right, I'll go with a different.
No. You keep it. Keep it.
All right.
Keep it.
Go for it.
Who's got it in the Riders draft?
Dylan.
Shameful, mate. You should be...
No, he worked within the rules that were set. So...
By who? I sense collusion.
They know that remakes are no good. Ports and remasters are no good. That was about it, really. I can't remember. There was another condition, but if it rears its head, I'll mention it.
Alright, what number am I up to?
This is your 6th pick.
Okay, I'm going to go with... I think it's a little early to be making dumb decisions. Do you think? Like just random, like games that could go either way?
No comment. I picked Dragon Quest XI with like my 3rd pick.
3rd pick, yeah.
So...
Well...
and I don't think that's a rush job. Like if it comes out, like I believe it will, I think it'll be one of the top scoring games of the year because who are they going to assign to review it? JRPG enthusiasts. What do they love? Traditional JRPGs.
Okay.
And Dragon Quest games don't review badly.
I'm going to go with Bloodstained.
Okay. I can't remember what the subtitle was, but
we'll figure it out.
Blah 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 blah.
Put it in post. I'm right here. Don't do it.
Next up, Far Cry 5.
Yeah, okay. I really hope that game suffers fatigue. Like Far Cry fatigue.
I feel like people have had a little bit of time now.
Well, with Ghost Recon?
2 years. What?
They're basically the same.
So is every Ubisoft game.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Origins is in fact Far Cry 6. That came out before 5. Something of the night is the caption for Bloodstained. But anyway.
You're right, it is. Number 7, hey?
We are up to number 7. Please let us know in the comments if you believe that there are selections we should have made earlier, or ones that we should have saved for later, maybe not selected at all. We'd love to hear all your feedback there. Maybe conduct a video games draft amongst your friends yourself. Interrupt whenever you need.
Mate, I'm going to have to say fuck the Oscars and go with A Way Out.
As soon as you said that, I was alright, cool. I know what that is.
Did I nick that from you? Did you?
No. It's
did you
just that
want
I knew exactly what you were talking about
yeah.
as soon as you
You're
got the words.
not giving anything away.
No, I'm not going to give anything away. I'm just looking at a list and
Last
seeing
year-
what catches my eye.
Last year you were very like, fuck, I wanted that. I'm not giving it anything.
But am I being gutsy with this one?
Do it. Be spicy.
I've selected it in the actual draft, the writer's draft as well.
Oh, okay.
Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Okay. Sure.
Because if that thing launches, look out. Will of the Wisps. But I feel like I'm getting myself into a bit of a tight spot with already Dragon Quest and Ori. And Spider-Man.
You don't think that game will come out?
Well, it's the one that's probably going to come out latest of the lot. I'd imagine it'll still be this year. Insomniac are actually play testing it already. Like full playthroughs. So I'd imagine it's right to go. But
Here's one out of
there's just so many AAA first parties from Sony this year that I feel like they can't release all 5 or 6 of them.
This is something a little out of left field. System Shock reboot.
Yeah, it's a remake, right? Are they just calling it System Shock for the sake of this?
Yeah. It's not even a reboot. It's
so it's a reboot. So it's like a reimagining. So
yeah,
it's not a port essentially.
It's not only is it not a port. It's none of that Shadow of the Colossus bullshit. It's even going to have some different story beats and different maps and areas and shit.
All I needed to make sure is that it wasn't a port or
absolutely
or just a
no, not at all.
Well,
to put it into perspective, they're building it in Unity and then they've moved to Unreal 4. So no, it's not.
From here, I'm going to select. Actually, along with Spider-Man, Days Gone is the other one that's people kind of umming and ahhing about will it or won't it this year.
You pick that?
No, that's not me picking, sorry, it's just that I saw it in the list there. I'm going to go with another exclusive. I'm putting my faith in Xbox.
Sea of Thieves, eh?
Oh, do I go that? No, that wasn't what I was thinking.
What were you thinking?
But I think I might go Sea of Thieves. I'll tell you later if it rears its ugly head.
Really? Can you go see
it?
You're not concerned that
emphasis on the ugly head.
You're not concerned about the old
longevity sort of thing,
or the bad multiplayer, bad online. What if their online is fucked?
Nah, this is Xbox. They're fine.
What do you mean? It's Xbox. It's fine. It could be their servers, the rare servers.
No, but Xbox handles it. Like Microsoft handles all of it.
All right.
So what have you got
that game's going to be shallow?
Get it? It's water, shallow. Pick number 9.
Unintended.
No, I believe that there's a lot that Rare's not shown.
Okay. What if I said Code Vein?
I'd say, alright, it didn't even get selected in the writer's draft, actually.
Did it not?
My recollection's right? No. No, it didn't.
Anime Dark Souls, how could I miss?
I had another one in mind. Oh, and yeah, no, that's right. Actually, I would have been wrong when I said don't worry. Starting to get to that pointy end.
So I've got plenty left. That's why
no, it's just
I want an extra.
It's more
extra substitute.
It's more the choices that I've got to make.
I want more games in my corner.
Please engage the audience.
Nah.
Do a dance for them. Damn, what was the one we were talking about before that I wasn't sure was going to come out this year? It wasn't Days Gone that I was talking about. What was the other one?
I don't know, mate.
Big release is this? Oh, Spider-Man. I've already picked it.
And you want them to subscribe?
I'm going for Days Gone.
And you reckon that's got a better chance of coming?
Sony Bend, don't let me down.
Hey?
Sony Bend, don't let me down.
I don't think anything about that game looks interesting at all. I'd just like to point out that
this is the 10th selection.
I've broken up my list of games by real shit, substitutes, and a shit tier emergency.
You've really planned it out this year.
I haven't. You know what? I haven't numbered anything, so I'm actually picking
No,
quite...
yeah, but you've got to formalise this there to kind
Sort
of...
of. I kind of wanted to keep my shit tier
Your
away from
10th
my...
pick.
Like, to put it in perspective, I don't think I'm going to get to this, though I kind of want it for the
Ritual
lulz.
of the Night is the...
Ritual of the Night, sure. I kind of wanted to have this in my list just for lulz, but I probably won't get around to having room for it. I have, on my shit tier list, Metal Gear Survive. Just for the...
Yeah, I don't think you have to worry about...
For the hell of it?
That.
For the hell of it?
You could put it in there right now and then use a good sub for it. That's how well...
Nah. No, I'll be right. There's plenty to choose from. I think I might snag Yakuza 6.
Yeah, I don't remember the subtitle, but I follow you.
Hey?
I said I don't remember. There's a subtitle for it, but I don't remember what.
Yakuza 6?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, there's a subtitle.
Are you sure that's not just the Japanese name, which is like Ryuga? Something
No. There was a proper subtitle.
Okay.
The Song of Life.
Never heard of it.
So that was your 10th pick. I've got to drop mine. I am selecting.
Oh, the Song of Life is the. I thought that was going to be your 10th pick.
No,
I'm like, never heard of the song.
Subtitle for.
Oh, was it really?
Yakuza 6.
No shit. Well, there you go. Come on, Kiryu. Let's make it get happen. Mr. Kazuma-san. Struggling?
No, as a risk, this is a risk, but with the 10th pick and what I look at a list of games that haven't been selected and I'm bullish about, like, I'm going to take a risk on this one because if it pays off, then it could be one of the top scorers of the year. I'm picking Anthem.
Okay.
A game that I'm iffy about actually releasing this year anyway.
All right, fair enough.
So we're into
If it does come out, you got it for a steal at pick 10.
Yeah. That's what I'm.
What was your pick 10 last time? I feel like that was a real steal as well.
No, it was Sea of Thieves didn't release.
Okay, what was mine?
Ni no Kuni 2 didn't release.
But it nearly did. Yeah,
we both completely tanked in our 10th round and didn't do much better in the 9th with Battlefront 2 for me and GT Sport for you.
Yeah, true. All right, so I'm up to substitutes.
Yeah. So
What
drop your first wild card.
Soul Calibur 6.
I reckon I've got one ace that I can save for my very last reserve that I don't think you'll be expecting.
Okay.
But my first wild card is Darksiders 3.
Fair enough.
A franchise that I wholeheartedly believe in anyway. And I expect this to review well. I'm hopeful this reviews well.
Here's hoping. I hope.
Well, I hope it does. Outside of our draft, I really want
So do I.
that franchise to do well.
Yeah, it's a cool franchise. Up to me again?
Yep.
Dragon Quest Builders 2. That game scored quite well the first time round, and I feel like...
Well, you'd hope that it can only improve.
Yeah, Mass Effect. Fuck my life.
We haven't picked anything Nintendo related yet, have we? Either of us. Not that it matters, but I don't think we have.
No.
Little observation.
You want to make it 4 wildcards?
No.
Come on!
And a guaranteed Nintendo pick. No,
Don't be lame.
We can if you want. Are we
I do want.
4?
I do want.
Alright.
That'll give us an even 15, which is an even number.
Yeah, right.
And by even, it's actually an odd number. But
Yeah, it's an odd number with 1 being a bonus, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. I mean, 13's odd as it is. In fact, 13 is... You know what? We need to move away from it because 13 is a very unlucky number for me, as you've seen over the past...
It's not for me.
Oh, yeah, but fuck you. Who cares about you?
Are we dropping unannounced games in... Like, can we drop an unannounced game in our...
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
I'm just keeping that in mind. I just want to know the ground rules, even though I made them. I'm a fool.
Yeah, you are. So wait, what have I said for my subs? Do you seriously try and hide that from me?
Soul Calibur 6 and... Yeah, you've got a whole list there. I don't know. But Soul Calibur 6 and Dragon Quest Builders 2.
Not to mention that I could just go onto the Facebook page and get it there if I really wanted to.
Good luck with that, though. That was a mess.
That was a mess.
State of Decay 2.
Okay. Yeah, that's not a surprise. That's on here.
Your next wild cards. So we've got 2 wild cards to go now. It probably helps me given the number of risks I've taken, actually.
Yeah, it does.
But I'm going to take 1 risk in there.
So am I. I kind of want it to be Metal Gear. I'm not going to,
No,
but,
if you
but
want to
it's
win this thing,
it's so funny.
if you want to give yourself a good chance of winning this thing, don't make it Metal Gear.
Well, you know what?
But then again, I look at your list and I say Red Dead 2 comes out, Monster Hunter 2 comes out, Ni no Kuni 2 comes out, Metro. Dragon Ball Fighters comes out.
You'd hope, considering it's 4 days away.
Yakuza 6 comes out. And the only ones that, and I say don't know about, I mean me personally because I just don't know enough. Code Vein, System Shock and Bloodstained are the 3 that I'm like, do they or don't they release?
So which ones?
Bloodstained, Code Vein and System Shock.
Well,
They're
Bloodstained.
the only ones that I'm like, I don't
Bloodstained has a Q2 window. System Shock has a similar window. And what was the other one?
know. Code Vein.
Code Vein, I think, is like Q1.
So technically if you wanted to stuff around you could. I'm not.
Yeah, no, I could. You're right.
Whereas I look at mine and I'm like Spider-Man, Dragon Quest, Ori, Days Gone, Anthem, like it's half the list that I've taken.
Yeah, but you did that same thing last year and it came up chumps for you.
Well, Mario I threw in there, but Red Dead blew up in my face, and that was it.
I
And
guess.
Sea of Thieves. But
That did.
We both expected Sea of Thieves, and then
Though I did call Red Dead blowing up in your
Yeah.
face very aggressively. I was certain that game wasn't coming out. Alright,
so yeah, you got another reserve,
another 2.
another 2, but yeah,
One after this one. The Crew 2.
I reckon based on your selections, you've not considered the one that I've got up my sleeve.
So say it.
No, yeah, I'm going to save it for the last one of those reserves, of those wild cards. And it better not come back to bite me.
What's a reserve? It can't really.
Hey?
It can't really. Like, you would have to have another one by
Well, no, because it might come to bite me because it's one of those, it's like, but like Anthem, if it comes out and reviews, it will review well.
Go on.
Not yet.
Don't be a pussy. Say it now.
No, not yet.
Say it now.
You're trying to egg me on.
Well, I mean, what's the worst that could happen? You get it now or you get it then?
I'm going to drop FIFA 18 in there.
Oh, lame.
FIFA 19. FIFA 19, sorry.
You really do want to win this. You're really playing the numbers. That's lame of you.
You want to win. You've done, remember, I didn't do any research this year, so how much do I really want
I'm
to
not
win?
picking any annual
Go for it.
games. I'm not picking any annual franchises. Alright, let's have a look at this list and see what hasn't been picked.
State the golden bullet section.
Alright, let's do something real dumb.
Now I'm quickly documenting 15% of its total if it releases in 2018. Sorry, I was just stating the
Yep,
rule
all
for
good.
it. Alright, so yeah, sorry, what's your final wildcard?
Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh, you prick! That was the one! That was actually the one that I had locked for that next pick.
Well, maybe you should have said it.
FIFA will review well and it's guaranteed to release, so... Oh, now I have to reconsider everything. Well, not really, I just have to pick whatever I think the best available game is. And I won't make it an annual one, so don't worry, we're not seeing Madden.
I would maybe consider kicking you in the teeth if you did that.
We'll pick another annual game, Call of Duty 2018.
Yeah, good luck.
Because
Because they've been on a downward trend.
No, the reviews are flying. Still.
For World War...
Yeah, World War II still like mid to high 80s.
Ah, okay. Well, whatever.
But I'll and ah about that. You ruined me there.
Good.
I need to do a moment's research, if you don't mind.
Alright.
But given that Matt Houston selected this game, I'm fairly trusting in the fact that it's going to release this year.
Hasn't he had some misses over the last couple of years?
He what he picked that he picked Scalebound and then it got cancelled a day later.
Yeah. Sorry, mate. I'm pretty sure I picked that in the draft the year before, didn't I?
Yeah, I think so.
Don't worry, I've been bit. Gonna go with Crackdown.
But I don't like his choice of game because the game that he was going to select was Pillars of Eternity 2. Or that he selected as Pillars of Eternity 2.
Mm.
But that was a FIG campaign that finished January of 2017. They're not turning that game around and getting it out by the end of the year.
Pick it. Find out.
So yeah, I might avoid that one. As much as I believe it would do well, it's a little bit too high in risk for me.
So Metal Gear Survive, surely.
Yeah, of course, it's the next
best option.
Super Meat Boy Forever.
All right, that's fine.
So Meat Boy Forever.
So we're done.
Now we're down to your Golden Bullet.
So you didn't pick Detroit. Weird.
I didn't pick Detroit.
Did you think about it?
Because there's a bit too much controversy following David Cage. So your Golden Bullet. What's the game that's
just before we do honourable mentions? That I'd like.
Hang on. We'll do it after we've got all this done. So throw your Golden Bullet out there.
Okay, sure. Devil May Cry 5.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
You can't. That's been announced.
It's not been announced.
It's been said.
Someone took a photo and it wasn't even said. People looked at the first letters and it spelled out the word Shadow. It wasn't announced.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure they've said a Tomb Raider game is coming out this year.
No, they just said we're going to postpone the announcement until...
Has it been trademarked?
Wouldn't have a clue. But
look up if it's been trademarked.
You know how many games get trademarked every year that never release?
Alright.
Or get announced? Right.
I feel
now
like
go for your... And we'll go with your list because Jay, I didn't... obviously I winged it.
Honourable mentions for me, and they're not necessarily all honourable. I did kind of want to have No More Heroes in there. I don't know how that would have reviewed. I mean, both of the other two have reviewed quite well.
Well, I can tell you what. It'll get a 0.
You don't think it's coming out?
No.
Untitled...
I'd like to be wrong.
Untitled Goose Game by House. The makers of Push Me, Pull You.
Oh, okay.
Or was it Pull Me, Push You?
No, Push Me, Pull You.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if you've seen. That's coming out this year. So keep an eye on that one. I don't know if have you seen the trailer for that one?
Not familiar with it.
You're like a little goose and you got objectives and you gotta basically you can run around and you can steal objects or quack at people and fuck with them and shit.
Interesting.
I'll show you the trailer after this. Did get picked. Pit People by the Behemoth.
Yep.
That would have been a decent choice.
I don't even know where that game's at the moment. Just they've been in
sure
beta for an eternity.
Pretty sure it's out in the next 6 months.
Like it's all sorts of weird business going on.
Dissidia Final Fantasy NT.
I think it's a good thing that you skipped that.
You think that'll be a shit show?
I don't think it'd be a shit show, but it wouldn't be the sort of thing that you'd want in your draft. I think that was a wise omission.
Mario Tennis Aces.
Yeah, it'll do okay.
It's Camelot based. It's going to have a story.
Yeah. It'll be okay.
Metal Gear Survive.
Jeez. We're lucky that I didn't that I wasn't more prepared this year, because if I forced you into that sort of ballpark with some of the games
I would have happily taken Metal Gear Survive just for the troll. Because you know what, I actually legitimately hope that game is totally acceptable.
I hope it's great.
They have one of the best engines in video gaming up their sleeve. They might not have an interesting game, but they might
look pretty.
Well, no, because it's got ability for amazing emergent gameplay. Now, whether the story or whatever is compelling, I don't know. But if it plays well, it's still going to review well.
Yeah.
Even if it's mid to high 80s, it's fine.
What else do you have?
Fee.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's out in like a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And
Iconoclasts.
Don't know that one.
It's an indie game.
Okay. I didn't have any because I didn't plan for it. So to recap the selections, and we're just going to go person by person versus round by round. Jay went with Red Dead Redemption 2, followed by Monster Hunter World, Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom, Metro Exodus, Dragon Ball FighterZ, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, A Way Out, System Shock, Code Vein, Yakuza 6, whatever I said that subtitle was.
Song of Life.
That's the one. Soul Calibur 6, Dragon Quest Builders 2, The Crew 2, Kingdom Hearts 3, and his Golden Bullet, the one that gives us a bonus 15% of its total, if it releases in 2018, was Devil May Cry 5 or Devil May Cry Next.
Yeah.
For the sake of it. My selections: God of War, Spider-Man. Basically, it's still PlayStation exclusives here. God of War, Spider-Man, Dragon Quest XI, NBA 2K19, Shadow of the Colossus. So I'm confident in my first 5.
Had I known you were going to pull the shit you did with Tomb Raider, I would have picked next Dark Souls, next From Software game. Hasn't been announced.
Yeah,
it's got a teaser.
Yeah, but we know they're working on
Yeah.
games like that. Like, I would have accepted it.
Yeah.
Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Far Cry 5, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, Sea of Thieves, Days Gone, Anthem, and then Wildcards, Darksiders 3, State of Decay 2, FIFA 19, Super Meat Boy Forever, and my golden bullet was Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Cheeky motherfucker.
Hey, it's not even developed by Crystal Dynamics, so who knows if it's... it's reportedly, because Crystal Dynamics is working on... You haven't, reviewers have.
What are they?
Well, that's debatable, but the scores are the scores, and we use those scores. So that is the draft. Can I get 3 in a row? I don't know, probably doubtful more than I have been any other year this year.
I don't know, you've got a decently strong list, and with options like FIFA and NBA, you're definitely playing it extremely safe.
Well, I don't know, we went through my top 10, and 5 of them are games I'm like, they may not release this year.
Yeah, but...
remember, that's Dragon Quest XI, which, if it does, I think it'll review the lights out. Like I think about Anthem as well. Days Gone, I feel
BioWare, you would have thought that last year.
Yeah, but it wasn't their number one team. So we really probably both should have considered that when we were picking the game. But at the same time, they haven't really done anything wrong up until now. So it did kind of surprise everyone. But they've got Casey Hudson back at the helm too, as the guy who kind of led everything that they've done. So... that's a positive sign.
Oh, look, I definitely know.
Days Gone, I feel like could be in the 80s. What's the other one that was risky? Ori could be anything. And I don't mean on the low end. I feel like that's a game that can only do well.
Probably.
And sky's the limit sort of thing.
Whether it releases or not.
But that's the big catch. Like,
because they're building it with
I felt the emotions coming just when I watched the trailer alone. Like for Will of the Wisps. But having been there and done that with the original one, I understood the story and what's kind of going on, and built an attachment for Ori. And
I have a stone heart, I don't give a fuck.
Like I was, alright, I'm going to get upset watching this, playing this. But I think everything else will work, play for me. Will be in play for me. It's just a matter of if you didn't pick, I think if 1 or 2 of those
if you
5
didn't pick NBA or FIFA, what would you pick?
Looking at the pool that I'm basically working
surely
in,
Detroit would be one of those.
Detroit to be there. And on a few occasions I got really close to picking Fire Emblem for the Switch. Take a leaf from Damo's book, but
no Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Didn't have. Yeah, but like Kingdom Come was my wild card out of 60 games. Like, I think it's going to do well, but it is an indie studio who's being real ambitious with what they're doing.
Who else? What else would you have?
So I've got to pick one more.
Any of the honourable mentions that I mentioned?
No.
No? Metal Gear Survive? No?
No.
Fee?
I'm going to say We Happy Few might have been the other one.
Oh, yeah?
Recently delayed to our winter, but I feel like that might have been the one.
No Dissidia, no Pit People?
No. And that's no disrespect to Pit People, I just don't know what state that's in. Yeah. I think that probably would have been my other one. And
what's that?
That as in, what did I just say?
Or Kingdom Come?
Not Kingdom Come. What did I just...
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
I don't know, whatever that thing was I just said.
We'll check that.
So that is the writer's draft anyway. I'll spend a bit more time looking at you, the viewer. We'll be making sure to do updates of this fairly frequently. Just from looking at the games we've kind of selected here, it looks like there's going to be a steady stream of release over the course of the year. It doesn't seem like we're going to be too front or back-ended, so we'll probably be able to reference the scores each month during our patched updates. So make sure to check those out, Feb, March, April, May, all the way through to the end of the year, until this time next year when we're conducting the draft again, and someone will be gloating someone will be saying, hey, I won the previous 2 years, I want the trophy for a little while before I give up to you. So that's kind of how things stand. Like I said before, let us know in the comments with the games that you might have selected. Who do you think's going to win? What games were we foolish for selecting that weren't going to come out 2018 in your mind?
Like Anthem, for
what games did we forget?
Did we? Did we forget anything? Do you think we forget?
I don't think so.
I think we did all right.
Like, I had a list when I was doing the writer's draft.
But I always feel...
In the end, every single one of them got ticked off.
I always feel better about these when I'm doing it now than when I do by about June.
Yeah. But you've had things blow up in your face before.
Yes, I have.
Like with games not releasing, and that's not going to be as big an issue this year. Especially now you've decided you want to pull a 4th wildcard this year.
Well, look, I mean, it's mostly just the fun of picking a game, and it's like the same as, you know, giving a shit about a sports team.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
The investment in it.
Yeah. Being like, I hope this thing does well, even though I don't give a flying fornication about it.
Oh, me, I'm right all up in there when it comes to my sports teams.
Yeah, so you know what it's like.
So
now you've got a 14th
that was the
shot.
episode of Patch. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Like I said, let us know in the comments with what you might have selected. Maybe go and try the draft out yourself with other people. If you enjoyed it, like, share, and subscribe. That'll allow you to catch up with weekly episodes of Patched, the Video Games Club, The Insider, there's Player 2 Plays, there's trailers, and a whole bunch more. All that stuff can only be found at our YouTube channel.
Check out my Player 2 Plays.
Yes.
I have been on one now.
I don't know when it'll debut, but it won't be too far away. Mega Man X is the game he played.
I die on the first boss. Spoilers. It's real bad. I had a real shit run.
He did make good before the end of the video though. If you enjoy written content, visit the website player2.net.au where you can catch up with reviews, previews, features, opinion pieces. There's news and a whole bunch more. Some of the best talent in Australia are working on it, so please go and check it out. Twitter, PaulJamesP2, the website player2au. Jay doesn't do it.
I don't, but hashtag Team J for this year's draft.
Oh, we're not doing that crap.
No, we're not. But if you feel like doing it, post it on his wall many times. And I will laugh when I get a text message saying that that's happening. Yeah. So please do that. That would be really funny.
So until next week with the Video Games Club, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.
Team J. Hashtag Team J.